Hey everyone, this is part 2 of the Chrome Abstract Nail Art tutorial. So if you've missed the first one, don't worry. It's not really a follow-on, it's just a different version of what I've done. But the first one's there if you want to look at it. So it's just a Chrome Abstract design. So I'm doing the same again. I'm going to start with a dark Hues gel polish. This is Black Forest. I'm going to do 2 coats and then cure in between, and then a matte top coat, cure that and give it a wipe over. I'm using Crystal Fix again to create the raised areas. I'm just going to use it directly from the nozzle this time. I'm not going to use my brush at all. So just create like an almost lacy abstract pattern. You're going to create like circles or oblongy blobby shapes really. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. So I'm going to use the nozzle and I'm not going to worry about the thicker and thinner bits. I'm not going to squeeze too much out. I'm going to almost squeeze a little bit and drag it. So you'll see I'm just filling in all those sort of areas with those circular kind of shapes. Once you're happy with it, I mean, you can, if you've got bits that you're not sure about, you can use a brush to drag it over. But once you're happy with it, give it a full cure for 2 minutes in the lamp. This is going to give you a really nice, super dry base for your chrome. This is the kind of effect that you're going to get from it, which I think is lovely by itself. I don't even think you need the glitter in it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So now it's completely fully cured. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to carefully just sponge like the area that I'm going to use glitter and I want completely covering. I'm avoiding that bit at the bottom just to save me a little bit of faff, but if it goes over, don't worry because you can clean that anyway. I'm going to use my finger to rub it in really, really well. I'd recommend using gloves for this bit, just to give it that super, super chromy shine. If when chroming you get matte bits or bits that aren't super shiny, then the surface that you're chroming is not quite fully cured, so just be mindful of that when you're doing it. This effect here, all I've done is the same process, but then I've used the previous method of just painting over all the gold chrome and then wiping off the excess. So you've got so many different varieties, so many different ways of doing it, okay? So this one, I'm just taking a wipe and I'm just cleaning the little bit at the bottom that I don't want. So this is just a baby wipe, I think, or a nail wipe that's got a little bit of gel cleanser on. Just be really careful round the bits that you want to keep chromed, okay? So this method is different to the one before because you'll notice I'm not actually individually painting out all the lines with top coat. I'm going to leave the chrome in all the gaps there because it's going to be a base for my glitters, okay? So that's why I wanted to get rid of that sort of excess bit on the bottom. So I'm back to my Shades Designer gels in a couple of different colours and I'm going to paint a thin layer over the top of those gaps. So you see the gap, so I'm going to keep the shiny chrome outlines, but the little circular gaps almost look like a little pond. Those little bits there I'm going to fill with different versions of the shades. Okay, so cure them as you go if you want to, or wait till you're finished and cure in one go. I'm filling all the gaps with different shades, okay? You can leave some completely and utterly clear with just the gold poking through. The joy of this kind of design is it's very much an abstract thing, so you can do as much or as little as you want. I'm leaving the shades quite chunky. It's a clear base, so it will cure, just to give it that sort of rich, abstract, multi-layered look that I'm after, okay? Didn't have a clue what I was getting at then, but you know what I mean. Not a clue what I was saying, but I'm not re-recording it, so you get my drift. Okay, so just fill all your gaps, and once you're happy with that, give it a full cure in the lamp. So don't worry about your chrome not being top coated. If you were worrying about that before when I was doing it, I'm going to completely top coat the whole thing except for that bottom layer. And that's simply because I'd like that contrast between matte and shiny. Okay, if you want it to sit in all the dips, leave it like this. If you want it to not sit in all the dips as much and self-level out, then tip this nail over. Just make sure you completely and utterly top coat every single bit of this. Okay, it's going to be quite a raised design. It's not anything that's kind of skinny, but it is really, really effective. I think this is quite good for like mixed media stuff, competition nails, showcase nails and feature nails, that kind of thing. It's quite hard to take a photograph of it, but I've even tried taking a video and it's quite tricky to see, but you'll get the drift. This is my other one, so I'm just showing you this one. This one I'm doing slightly differently. It's just another variation of the ones that I've done already, and I'm using a tiny bit of gel on this. You don't need to fill all those spaces with thick layers of gel. You can use a tiny bit and get a completely different effect again. So just play around with it really and see what works for you and what effect you want to get. Same again with this one, the third one. I'm going to completely top coat the bits that I want to sort of preserve. I've gone off screen a little bit, but you'll get the drift. That's that one finished, and that's the other variation of it, and that's 3 variations of the same really versatile chrome design. Don't forget to tag me if you recreate this, and subscribe, like, share, anything is appreciated. We have got an education team in the UK, so if you want any information, just let me know. Thanks again.